Sorry for the long update, but with the Christmas period and everything else that's been going on, it's not always possible, and I'll talk more about that. But I just want to say thank you to everybody here who have liked and subscribed all of the stuff that I've done on my channel. It really helps the channel to grow, and it really helps me to produce the sort of stuff that you guys are interested in and you want to see. So please keep doing that. It's very much appreciated. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So one of the problems I had was I was trying a new paint that I quite fancied, and it was an enamel paint, but it didn't work out. The paint, when it dried, it looked very rubbery. It was what I call over shiny. I would have had to use absolutely loads of flat to get it to darken down, and it wasn't adhering to the plastic very well, and it covered up an awful lot of the detail, and I wasn't happy about that in the slightest. So all that had to come off, and I went back to Mr. Colour, yeah, which is this stuff here. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I really like this stuff, but it is lacquer paint, so read the instruction manuals and be careful when you're using it. Wear a respirator, make sure you got good ventilation, extractor fan, also make sure there's no children or animals around. Just be very careful with this stuff. It's really, really good stuff, but unfortunately it is lacquer paint, but that's neither here nor there. If you want the benefits, then you got to find a way around it. Okay, so just be careful of that. But as you can see, the detail has been absolutely fantastic, and I probably won't be using anything else now, and I'm really, really happy with the results. And as you can see, I've been doing some masking, which is why I thought, well, I better stop, because I've already done some nice bit of painting. I thought I better stop and do an update before this goes too far. I don't like the updates to jump too much, but I will be doing how I do it on masking. Masking is really important. You know, to stop overspray, and especially if you've got 2 or 3 or even 5 colours in a very small area like this, masking is very important. So I'll be showing how I do that. And like I already said, I've already started doing some spraying and doing some colour. So 2 of the main things I've done is I've done an update on this, and also I've done some stuff on this. So we'll talk about this first. Now these are intakes. They're either air intakes for atmosphere or they're space intakes. I'm not too sure which one. Probably both actually. But as you can see, I put some nice bit of mesh on there. So all this was drilled out. I drilled all this out, filed it all down, then sprayed it yellow, and then put a nice bit of mesh in there. And the mesh I've used is just literally just this stuff here. And you can just cut this with a normal pair of household scissors, and then it takes the paint very, very well, and it takes to glue very well, and I'll talk about the glue in a minute. And I thought, well, if it's an intake, then it would have some sort of protection to stop any unwanted debris getting in. So that's why that looks like that. And how I glued it in is I used crystal clear. I've also used crystal clear on here as well. I'll talk about that in a bit. Crystal clear is really good stuff. It's like PVA, only it's much thicker, much denser. You can also water it down with just normal tap water to get a solution that you want to get into all the little cracks and the seams for light blocking and to hide other stuff. You can also use it for, like I've done there, for gluing stuff down, and these are also sealed, and it won't fog, it won't cloud, it won't mist. Yeah, when it dries perfectly clear. You know, you wouldn't believe that there's actually, as you can see it here, there's actually 2 good thick layers in there. You know, and you can't really see it. You can see the shine, but once you put a dull coat on that, the shine will go away. And I'll be spraying that blue. I did have plastic bits to go in there, which are here for both sides, but I wasn't happy with the way they looked and the feel of it, so I thought I'll get rid of that and I'll use good old crystal clear. I've actually just bought some more of this. Highly recommended, guys. Yeah, I have not found a use for this yet. You know, this is so useful, yeah, and it's very, very cheap as well. About £4 I paid for this, and it just goes on forever. It really does. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be spraying these blue, and then when the light goes behind it, I'll get that wonderful blue effect that I'm after. You know, this here is a bit different. This is actually a clear plastic. It's not clear perspex. It's actually a plastic sheet. You know, I'll show it to you now. This is the plastic sheet, and it's just literally plastic. Yeah, and you can. It's got a covering on this side and a covering on that side. And when you want to use it, you just peel the covering off, and as you can see, it's perfectly clear. I'll put that back on there so you can see it. And then you just cut it and chop it to whatever size you want really, and any shape you want. You can also apply a bit of heat to this and it will bend and shape to pretty much anything you want. It's really nice stuff, really workable. It's not expensive. I paid about £10 for this. I'm not sure what that is in US dollars, but the uses for this, just like crystal clear, are just, you know, you're only limited by your own imagination, and crystal clear will bond to this very, very well. So that was that, and that's what those are there. Because I didn't just want to put a light behind you and then shine through here and you'd be able to see the light. I wanted that effect of it looking like it was, you know, a chamber or, you know, a room or something like that, and that's the effect I'll be getting, and that'll be really, really effective when the blue light shines through there. And that's the same stuff all the way around here as well. These are the warp, these here and that there are the warp engines, and you can see that they're, you know, it's pretty powerful ship. For a ship of its size, it's very, very powerful. I was very surprised at just how powerful it is. The Maquis really did stuff a lot of stuff into this ship. They really, really did. You know, and you can see the effect it's given there. I'm sure you can imagine what this will look like with lights behind it. You know. The other thing as well is the stand. This also had the enamel paint on it, and I wasn't happy with that at all. So that got all stripped off, and this is all Mr. Colour on it now. And as you can see, I've done some more work there. That's where the original stand went, and I wasn't happy with it, so I've drilled out the hole there, and I've got the stand rod, and it's hollow as well, so all the cabling will run through it, which is what I wanted, and that literally will go on there like that, and then the other end will go in there like that, and I'm sure you can use your imagination on how that will look. And this stuff here, this is just normal plastic tubing. This is really useful, easy to work with, cuts, saws, shapes, takes the paint very well, rubs down very nice. I'm very happy with it. I was that happy with it, I actually bought quite a lot, because I actually do use a lot of this stuff in my model building. So starting off with the smallest one, I do believe that is I think that's 1mm. Just put that to one side, and then that's 3mm, and then the big one here is 6mm. And I use an awful lot of these. I use so much of it that I just thought, well, I'll just get the 3 packs, and I use it for a lot of wiring, tidy up the inside of wiring, and also for stands and other various bits and pieces. Talking of the stand, I've now got the 2 cards for the stand, and one of these will be the top bit and the other bit will be the sides of it. So it'll pretty much look like that, and I'll put the name on here as well. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that. The ship is called Julian class, so that's quite a mouthful, you know, and get your mouth around that one if you can pronounce it. But that is literally what it is, and I'll do another video on the base and how I make it. Just before we wrap up, I just want to show these bits here. This is the clear bits. This is what I didn't use. I'll probably use these in another project, but you can see that you cut them and you shape them very, very well. And this is just Mr. Colour clear blue on here, and it takes the colour really well. And I was really happy with how it took to the colour. It was just unfortunate that it didn't work out, so that's why I went to the crystal clear in the end. But it's really good stuff, a bit cheap as well. So that's pretty much it, guys, and once again I hope everybody had a very nice Christmas and a happy new year, and until the weekend, you take care. Bye now.